You got one of these too?
What? The bling bling? Yeah. The bling
You gotta
bling?
go early?
No. Hope not.
Nervous?
Maybe.
It's all you. So, what made you decide to do this for him?
Because he's my brother, and since we can't stop the walk, I asked my dad if I could continue the walk for him and finish it.
You know, seeing as Kristopher is your brother, you love him, even though you guys probably fight every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be hard to know that he needs a new liver and he has to wait for it. So, obviously, do you have a message for anybody who hasn't signed their organ donor card?
Just sign the cards and sign them, that's all.
Are you going to be part of the walk?
No, I'm only going to be part of the walk when he's done.
So you'll be going to school?
Yeah, do my thing and go, and then and if I do go in, we'll have birth and stuff, so I'll take them to school.
What's your relationship like with your brother? As this reporter said, do you guys fight a lot, or are you
We
close
just
or
friend fight, like we play a game and we like push each other and stuff. We just play around like normal kids.
Are you at all scared for your brother?
Yeah.
What makes you worried about him? What goes through your
He
mind?
can like be in the hospital tomorrow. Like it's that serious. So.
Do you think that his condition and everything he's been through has brought your family closer together?
Yes, it has.
What do you wish for?
Your dad here, right? He was here talking about it.
Yeah, he was. I'll tell him when I get him.
Robert. Come on. Good luck, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Did you get your hug from Lori?
I want to welcome everyone to the city of Sarnia, Sarnia Council Chambers. It's not, as George said, it's not the mayor's chamber. If it was, I think the decisions would be much better, higher quality than that. This is a pleasure to do, and I've been involved a number of times when George has come through the community, and it's quite inspirational that what has occurred without George's visit. I think that's really a testimony to all the work that George has put in, and I know how diligent he is. We get about 5 phone calls in the morning from him. 5 or 10 calls a day?
13.
Okay. So I know the event's going to be well organized and well run. And to Kristopher, I know there's a lot of excitement. I'm sure you're very excited today. You had more media out there than I've ever had in my entire life. And from what I can tell, you were handling them a lot better than I do. So congratulations. But on your it's an inspiration. But I've talked to a lot of people who've been through these type of walks and runs before. This is the glory day, and there'll be another glory day at the end. But there'll be a lot of times in between where you'll be thinking, why am I doing this? So I hope you'll take some good memories from today. I've got 2 things for you to take with you. Now, they're both related to the weather. So you can come up here for a second. On a really, really cold day, nothing like today. So you can just wrap yourself in that at night. Let me see here. There we go. It's all the old history of Sarnia. And that, there you go. Upside down. Here we go. Let's show it. That's for you to take with you.
Ooh.
You can take this. This is on the cold days.
Ooh.
Now, on the days where it gets hot and it's raining, you got your own Mike Weir hat.
Sweet.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And now I'd like to introduce George.
Thank you, everybody. Throughout our campaign, and it's the type of thing that we receive ever since we started with this campaign. I just received it from this gentleman, Dario, over here, and I'm going to read it out. On behalf of everyone connected with the Pacific Organ Retrieval for Transplantation Program, I would like to take this opportunity to extend extend our sincerest thanks for allowing your son to be an organ donor. The only consolation arising from such a tragedy is that through your thoughtfulness, 2 sick people on dialysis have received Sandro's kidneys. In addition, 2 patients have restored vision as a result of successful corneal transplants. 2 children will shortly have new valves as a result of a homograft transplant. And as a young adult will no longer require insulin as a result of the successful pancreas transplant. This marks the beginning of a new life for these recipients, a life free from medical, social, and financial restrictions of their illnesses. These patients and the members of their transplant teams, thank you, for it would not have been possible for your kind consideration. I realize that Sandro's death must represent a great loss to you and your family. I only hope that the news of these successful transplant may help to soften your anguish. And I believe we have the brother here. And Dara, can you please stand up? And I do have a picture of Sandro here, if any of the media would like to do any close-ups of it after. So what I wanted to do was just basically go over today's itinerary and get a general overview of the whole schedule, what's going on here. Today we're going to leave from the City Hall at around 12:30, and we're going to make our way to Lambton Kent District School Board on Wellington, where there's going to be a lot of students waiting, and then we're going to continue and make our way to our final step in today's event to Kris'S school, which is Johnston Memorial, and at 2 o'clock we're going to hold a press conference. And at that point, you know, Kris will get a chance to say all his goodbyes to all his friends. You've been going there for 8 years now, right? Like, 4 years? 4 years. So, you know, it'll mark the end of day 1 of Kristopher's wish. Now, included in this campaign, we've had a lot of volunteers that have relentlessly put their time and efforts in putting this campaign together. It consists of 200 communities across the country, and there'll be, every time we make a stop in a community, there's going to be school kids waiting for Kris to greet him and walk with him, and we're going to hold press conferences each day in that. That agency is helping us with many things. A lot of support behind you, Kris. We also are traveling with a road team, and Kelly is the driver of the motorhome, and he's going to be looking after Kris. He knows Kris the best, so you know, we'll make sure that Kris is safe, feeling okay that day to do his activity. We're also traveling with assistant road manager Biliary. If you want to stand up, Billy. And Billy has volunteered his time to come on the campaign, and he's excited now, but like the mayor was saying, when the honeymoon's over, that's when we'll show what you're made out of. You know, it gets pretty tough out there. And also we have a film crew that will be producing a very inspiring documentary, and the producer for that documentary is Merle, to my left, over here, and we're very, very happy to have Merle and his team on board, because I mean, being around the film crew, their enthusiasm and they're so pumped up about making this documentary. We really feel there's going to be an inspiring documentary made at the end of this. And it also gives me great pleasure to thank the mayor. Your mayor is a pretty cool mayor.